Also, the 36 was outside, kind of semi-outside, kind of half underneath my overhang and half out. And that was not working out for me. The state of Florida is terrible during the summertime with regards to pop-up, rain showers. This is what summer in Florida looks like. We get about one of these every day. Every once in a while it'll skip a couple of days, but it's hard to do an outside project. And thunderstorms, and we've really had some terrible weather. So my son-in-law came by the other day. We got things rearranged in the shop, and we got the 36 inside. So I'm going to get more work done to it now that it's inside. So let's go. Okay, so we got a change in plans. If you haven't went back to like some of my earlier videos, I kind of kicked off this whole car building thing with a disclaimer, and that disclaimer was, hey, I'm a new guy just working his way through this for the first time, and I don't know everything. While I consume a lot of information on YouTube with a lot of builders that are far more experienced than myself, I struggle like everybody else does when they're getting started in the shop. Today is one of those times. My initial game plan was that I was going to start building some patches. You see I've got this one right here for this wheel well. I've got the other wheel well patch, looks exactly the same. I've got it made already, and my idea was that as I had the car flipped over the way it is, and I can explain that in a minute as well. Yeah, let me get something to clarify how I got into this position right here. So I thought I was going to be able to delay putting it on the frame at least until I rebuilt either all or the majority of this back end, which you could tell it's completely rotted out. I took off, this panel fits in the back, and it's basically a continuation of the floor system, and you can see it wasn't being held in place by very much. It was completely rotted out along the margins, and I had some damage on the back of the car that I wasn't able to get to with that and the spare tire carrier in place. So I had to get those off. That's how I got started, and I started doing some hammer and dolly work on the back of the car, and when I got it going in my direction, I started to move toward the patch panels. I was going to start cutting these in and welding them in place, but I'll go ahead and move you real quick, and you can kind of see the issue that I have here. The body is currently racked, and it's going to require some X braces, and having X braces is one thing, but having these pieces at the right width is another, and it really needs to all happen at the same time. And I decided it's going to be a challenge to do it just from the floor, like from the position it's at right now. Being able to push off with something and do a proper X brace may be a bit of a chance, and I don't want to take that chance when I've got a frame sitting right outside. I talked about this body being racked. Probably has a lot to do with the fact that this B-pillar got cut out at one time, because that allowed this to get rolled around, and it's pushed in here. So like if I pull the if I pull it to where it's like ballpark where it should be, you can see right there, that is what I need the frame to do for me. I need it to anchor the bottom correctly and with the width being correct. And then I need to go and shoot a laser down the center line, and I need to pull these two sides into where they're equal, and I'll be able to do that because I'll have the bottom anchored by the frame. So as you can see, I've pulled this car to the side of the shop. I am going to get the frame laid out across here, and then when I can get my son-in-law to drop by, we are going to flip this body over and get it on the frame, and then I think I will be in a much better situation. I haven't done any work on the frame yet, and I thought, since I'm kind of in a delay pattern right now, why don't I just go ahead and pressure wash it. There's a lot of grit and dirt in that frame, and so what the heck, I'm gonna go ahead and blast it with some my power washer, and we can check it out together. I have some stuff that I would like to sort out. You see right here, this is a vine that has grown up into the frame. It's actually between two sections right there. That's going to be interesting to get out. And but all in all, I mean, it's a pretty decent frame. Straight. I'd say rust wise, the worst parts, I know the body ends up bolting to this support area right here, kind of like a little metal box. This one on the other side is in bad shape. It needs some repair, but right now it can do what we want to do, and that is getting the body lined up and mocked up. And then eventually I'll separate the two, and maybe I'll go ahead and sandblast this one and paint it before I put them back together again. But anyway, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pressure wash this old pig and see what we get. Oh, but now here, let's talk about something really quick. Some areas that'll be in, and I'll have to rework them again. We don't want to do any primary lifting or finagling here on this tail.
That was why I just come off that.
It'll be, yeah. So
Your other hand will be on the window.
these wheel wells and these window areas is really where we want to do most of the whatever.
And just be up.
No, you see how bad it is?
So 1,
And then that window.
And the window.
2.
Reaching underneath the window, like here.
So right now we're just taking it up and carrying it out
Yeah,
instead
it
of
sets
down.
it on the ground, just
Yeah.
like it is right now.
Okay.
Robert's. Alright, good.
I'm gonna step over this. Yeah.
Okay.
You have to pick up the backpack.
So we are gonna roll it on my side.
Right now.
No. Here in a second. Then you lift that up. We can get close to right now.
You're not on it where you need to be there.
I know. No level. Pretty close.
Yeah, you ain't gonna get much better than that.
That's level 2.
Yeah, you're good. Now you're sitting lower than you had it over here.
Yeah, it's because
Well, this block won't fit under like you had it. I think I think you had these higher over here.
I did. Take the top off and I'll get you 2x4.
1. So ready to go.
It'll be level now. Back here.
Alright, everything's still touching.
We might be up one high here. So you're still good. Good. That's nice. That'll just keep them from wanting to slide off if I hit it. Really didn't. Well, you know what? And I can always move this car later. Okay, I'm gonna center up this camera. Okay, so let's go ahead and wrap this one up. A lot of work to do in the future. We're going to go ahead, since the back frame wheel well mounting provisions worked out for us, it essentially indexed this body onto this frame. Because it did that, we're probably going to work from the back forward. In the Model A world, now granted this isn't a Model A, in the Model A world they would say you always start at the cowl and you move your way back. I would agree with that for a Model A, but I feel comfortable that this body is setting, particularly those wheel wells are where they need to be, and that is indicated by the mounting holes that we've used and the uppermost apex of the frame with the bumpers for the axle. I believe that all that tells us we're where we need to be. I'm comfortable with where the body is sitting on the frame right now. We're going to be able to move forward and not look back. Yeah. We're going to brace out the back end of this car like we talked about. And once we get that braced out with the use of a laser, then we will start to cut in panels and fabricate more panels to clean up that back end and make it structurally legit again. And eventually we will move on to this B-pillar and get this B-pillar set where it needs to be, where it's going to fit the door opening. Luckily, I've got two doors for this car right now, and they're both driver's side doors. So I should be able to use, at the bare minimum, those doors as a piece of a jig that will tell me where this B-pillar should go out to for everything to work correctly. I don't have a passenger door right now, and that's kind of a bummer, but I am keeping my eye out for one. Maybe I'll get lucky and come up with one before November or sooner, but we'll see. Trying not to throw a lot more money into this car right now. I probably have less than 400 bucks in the car right now. So I'd like to keep it that way, but we'll see what happens. Looking forward to the B-pillar project. That's going to add a lot of what this car needs structural wise. Right now it's a little loosey-goosey and needs to be pulled back out like that right there, but it'll get there. Happy I don't have to make one of those, but yeah. So anyway, if you made it to the end of this video, I appreciate you for your patience. I promise that we'll have some more fabrication in the next video, and we will start moving forward with this project. To all my subscribers, I appreciate you guys. These videos happen because you're there and that you've subscribed. Would like to get some comments and ideas on what you might be thinking as far as this car goes. You know, do you see like a cruiser with airbags, a custom with airbags, or do you see like a 60s gasser with a straight front axle and some crazy headers coming out the engine bay? Let's talk about what the car might be, or one thing it won't be a Pebbles Beach car. This will no longer be the homecoming queen. This car is a little rough around the edges for that, and so if you happen to come in at that angle on what you think this car should be or could be, you know, we can talk about it, but I don't I don't see it right now. It'll start to look better. Just got to persevere. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and sign things off for now. If you haven't subscribed, please look at my other videos leading up to this right here. We normally have more going on, and if you like the vibe of the channel, I would encourage you to maybe subscribe, give the channel a shot. I've got enough projects to where it ought to be able to scratch, some sort of itch, or you may not be into this at all, and that's fair because we all don't like the same thing. But you might just like to see somebody, hitting themselves in the head with a hammer, as my dad says. If you like to watch that, this is the right channel for you. So, anyway, we will go ahead and let you go with that one. And thanks for being here. Catch you later.